don't really know how to start this, and I kind of don't have the energy to figure it out. So I'm just gonna just try to ramble. So we'll see how this turns out. But I have some Sailor Moon headcanons that I have been thinking about constantly that honestly for me it feels pretty on brand. Okay, so the first headcanon we got is that Ami can read and write in English. And honestly, I like to believe that she's also learning French and Dutch at the same time because that girl is a powerhouse. You can't stop her at all, just help her. Once she sets her mind to something, it's game over, it's done. She will get the job done. And man, will she do it well. Along with her, I also like to believe that Mina can also speak English still very well, mostly just because of her time as Sailor V. Because she was there for so long helping Alan and. Oh, I forget her name. Anyways, I'm kind of just spitballing here because this is my first recording, and I'm going with the flow, man. I'm going with the flow with this. I don't know if I'll do any more of these. We'll see. I like to believe that both of them can read and write it pretty well, and that they'll help each other practice pretty much to like keep their skills sharp and things like that. I like to believe that Mina can somewhat read English. And sometimes I like to think that Mamoru also helps them out because he does. Yeah, I think he does in the anime because of Sailor Stars when he does go to America either for a job or to study. Alright, so next headcanon I got. This one is more for like after high school when Usagi like does become queen, starts to create like Crystal Tokyo itself. I like to believe that Haruka and Michiru will just buy the golden crown for Usagi, like as like a graduation present, right when she's like taking the throne. It's like okay, we're at endgame here. And that makes it like a safe spot for like Usagi to just relax from her duties as being queen. And if the girls just want to goof off a little bit, well, if they can. So the next one is that Chibiusa really starts to get into like painting and like baking as like hobbies and things like that. She mostly gets into baking because of Makoto because she probably is an excellent cook. I really wish that I could try some of her cooking at some point. The painting mostly comes from Pegasus. I like to believe that he was a big inspiration for her, especially when they would fly throughout the sky together. Like that always looks so gorgeous and well done to me. She gets very inspired from like Pegasus, fantasy books, and things like that. And whenever she does like decorate a few cupcakes, she might do that instead of more of the baking. That she likes to make them more like cute little bunnies and bears and things like that. And then speaking of like baking and like treats and stuff, I like to believe that Ray actually likes more of like sour and sweet candy. And she doesn't actually like any spicy candy, despite her powers being fire. If I had to choose, probably more just like sour itself. Like she always strikes me as a very like sour, I like lemon girl. Next one. Wow, this is a really Mina heavy list. I think I know who my favorite is. Besides Usagi. Like how could you not? Anyways, next canon is that Mina loves playing Just Dance. You can't tell me that girl does not love playing Just Dance. Getting to just like dance around, and she does the full routine as well. She does not cut corners at all. She tries to sing along with it, but I have a feeling she gets a little too into it, and because of that, she knocks over a few lamps. at least once, and then like Ray has never let it down. And that despite that, she still plays with like Usagi and Ray the most. Like all of the Guardians take turns, but those two are the main ones that love to play with Mina the most. And Mina's always the one who wins, of course. Because Usagi, I love her to death, but she probably fell over at least twice. At least twice, and that the biggest competition is going to be Ray at just any point. Let's see. What are other good ones in here? This one is more a headcanon for like the entire Guardian group. After it's been a long day of fighting just anything at this point, demons, outer space. You never know. You never know with those poor girls. But they're playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure, or they're playing Animal Crossing. Honestly, I'm more on the side of Animal Crossing. However, I've also been really into Hello Kitty Island Adventure, so I'm torn. They're both very fantastic games. I kind of want to go play Hello Kitty Island Adventure now. Next one is that Ray loves paranormal movies. Probably because she isn't scared of them, obviously. And I feel like she likes to do what I do, and she will pick apart the whole movie. She will, like, find out all of the lore. I mean, obviously from watching the movie, but she will, like, write down the lore, everything of what's told, and she will research it if she doesn't already know it, because she's also very smart. And she will research, like, is this actually accurate? And she will judge severely if it's not. Which I get, because I also sometimes do that. Not always. Speaking more of Ray, in the rare event that any of her friends do get nightmares, which I feel like it doesn't always happen, but nightmares come up. That regardless of what time it is, if someone calls Ray saying they're scared, they had a nightmare, and they just need someone to talk about it, she will go the extra mile and actually like show up at their house, and she would bless the house. Like she would actually take the time. It doesn't matter if it's 3 a.m., if it's 9 p.m., even if it's still daytime and they were just taking a nap one afternoon. But she would do anything for her friends. Speaking more of Ray, this is a. I know I mentioned this, but this is a very Mina and Ray heavy headcanon list. Oh my god. Next headcanon I got is that Mina is always trying to play with like everyone's hair, trying to get them to try out new styles and things like that. And the biggest one is that Mina is always trying to get Ray to bleach her hair so that her and Mina can be twins, and she thinks that it's really cute and is constantly just trying to get Ray to do that. If there's a heavy study day for Ami and she has like a massive test and she's like, girls, I'm sorry, I can't hang out. I gotta study. I got things to do. That Makoto will come over, depending on if it's like lunch or like sometime within the evening or something. She'll either come over with like a really big lunch so Ami has less stuff to deal with, or just a snack to give that woman a break. And then we'll finish the last one off with Ami herself, the queen. One of the queens. They're all queens. I love them all. Last one is that Ami likes to research fairy tales for Chibiusa and Hotaru to read. Especially when they're like little kids and it's bedtime, and it's like that. It's just a nice time for a bedtime story. And sometimes when they're adults too, because who doesn't like a nice bedtime story? I do. I like bedtime stories, they're nice. If anyone out there actually listened to this horrible ramble, this was. If anyone out there actually listen through this whole thing. I'm sorry for my rambles. I'm not quite used to this. I hope you can forgive me. And if you liked them, just leave a like, leave a comment. I will try to get to comments that I can. Thanks for watching. And hopefully, I have some cool art up on the screen by the time that I'm done with this. I'll probably go work on that now. Thanks, guys.